Morning, welcome to the next podcast for Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. I hope you've had a good week. It's been quite an interesting week here, but the postman's been fairly quiet, so anybody worried about his health, he's not been very busy this week around this place, so hopefully next week, but there we go. But Craig Hawkins put a post up on the Spirit of Cricket collecting site on Facebook concerning his lovely image of Victor Trumper. Here's my image there of Victor Trumper, which is a lovely one. Not signed, unfortunately. But Craig put on there that, well, he found a little clip in a magazine that it was taken in 1902 at the Oval, blah, 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 as we all know. And it was only, his one was only one of six that were, or possibly six that were signed by Beldam and Trumper. Well, we all know there's a lot more signed by Beldam and Trumper, especially Chris Saunders down in by the River Severn there. You obviously know the dealer, Chris Saunders. So we had a bit of a chat, and he knew quite a bit about the Victor Trumper, George Beldam photographs, because John Hawkins, the late John Hawkins, was quite friendly with George Beldam, his son, junior rather, and the daughter. And they got quite involved with him, and they were going to do the prints and all that sort of stuff. So there was quite a few. The rarest one of the set, which was Varden, Ranjit Singh, F.S. Jackson and Trumper. The Ranjit Singh one is really rare because they lost those, and I think some of the Trumper ones he said were burnt in a fire. And he got rid of one not so long ago at the Worcester Fair that was a little bit smoke damaged. Anyway, just having a chat with Chris, and it turns out that they were taken in 1902 but published in 1905. That's where the confusion laid in the week, because I thought, well, that's funny, it's always been known as 1905, but anyway, it was 1902, and it was at the time of Jessop's match, 1902 at the Oval. He obviously took this one of Trumper at the Oval, but with all those players gathered, he took a few other photographs like Jessop and Jackson and what have you. So that's the sort of story of that. They were done in 1902, published in 1905, and that's where we get that 1905 date from. But as you can see, it's a lovely image, and Craig's got a lovely image of his. So there's my one, but this one's a slightly rarer one. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom there. It's actually got Victor Trumper by George or G.W. Beldam, which is actually rarer than the normal one. This one I found come to me and been in the loft for I don't know how many years, and it was nearly green, so I've done a fairly good job of restoring it. Done by Swan Electric, as we know, 1905. So that's where the confusion laid last week with Craig Hawkins's lovely Victor Trumper image. So that sort of cleared that up, really, in a bumbling sort of way. And then I had a request in the week from across the pond to show some carte de vis or cabinet cards or whatever. So I've just got a few now, cabinet cards. We've got this one here, Lord Hawke, generally Victorian time. This one's Lord Hawke, which is a recent addition to the collection. It's 1892, should I say. This one's been trimmed because they normally have the photographer's name at the bottom, which I'll show you in a minute. With this lovely one of Delaware. So you've got the Bexhill photographer on the bottom. This is a lovely quality one here. Signed by Delaware. As you know, he's got a team up to beat Australia, 1896. So quite pleased to have that there. Another one which is not quite a carte de vis, but this one's a lovely one, Plum Warner, 1912. And got the photographer's name in the bottom, which was taken in Melbourne. And obviously he was quite sick in that tour. That's where Johnny Douglas took over as captain. So that's a lovely one there of Plum Warner from a Melbourne studio. Another one here, which I've never really been able to track down. This is a team from St John's Wood. So whether it's actually at Lord's or not, I can't tell you, but it's a bit of a school team, young Colts team there. And it's Frank Briggs, 40 High Street, St John's Wood is the address on the back of that one. That's quite a nice card. I've had that quite a few years now. You can get larger copies of that. Well, you could have done. This one here is a bit of a photograph card of what's his name? Yeah, this is Charles William Burles, a Surrey boy. Played 10 matches from 1873 to 1880. Signed card here, and it's from the Scilly Isles. This one, the photographer's name on that one. It's just quite a big photograph studio apparently, because there's quite a few of that studio around. There's a couple of nice ones here. This is 1888. This one. There's two Victorian ones here. This is Surrey against the Australians in 1888. Got Captain Batty McDonnell and I can't remember who's. It's either Lohman or some Bowley bowling at the Oval there. And this is another one of that scene. But nice thick card at the back. So nice ones there from 1888 there. And to go with the 1888 ones is this lovely stereoscopic company card. The 1888 Australians with the two of Jones and Lyons set in the back. So quite a rare card, that one. You generally see the ones without Jones and Lyons in there. So quite pleased to have that one in the collection. There's a few more here. We've got a nice one here of George Eliot. Nice one there. That's a recent-ish addition to the collection. Good old George. A nice one here. Smaller version here of a stereoscopic card of the 1893 Australian team. Quite rare in that size. They're generally a bit bigger than that, so it's quite a nice card. And a couple more that have turned up recently is Mr. Patterson, 1906. There, quite a nice card there. He did play for the MCC. I did go through this a while ago, but he did play a few matches for the MCC, but not a first class cricketer, but a nice signed card. And then this lovely one that's about a year old now, I think. This one from me is Leslie. Played in the first test matches on the Bly Tour, or 4 test matches, the only 4 he ever played. And there's a nice signed card from Mr. Leslie, Charles Leslie. And the last one that came up a few weeks ago is this lovely Old England card here with the donkeys. So that's quite a nice card there, quite a rarity. I've been seeing these ones, but it'd be nice to get the Old England cabinet card to go with it, which I think was on Mike Down's site this week, but I obviously missed out on that one. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed that one, and it's cleared up a little bit about the Victor Trumper photograph. Okay, cheers and have a good week. See you on the next one.